My name is Kimi, and this is our topic is about Pua Kumbu. Next. And this is our contents. Next. And first, I'd like to start by introducing the Iban people. First of all, they are indigenous peoples on the island of Borneo. Their hometown is Sarawak, Malaysia. That is the red area on the map in the picture. And then they known for headhunting and piracy. The custom of headhunting was used by them to ward off evil spirits, demonstrate courage, and protect their homes. The image below shows their headhunting ceremony in picture. And the Iban people gradually turning to piracy for a living between the late 18th and early 19th centuries, and pictured is their pirate fleet. And their main language is Iban. Next. And next, I will introduce their religious beliefs and activities. Their main religious beliefs are Christianity, animism, and Islam. For the Iban people, major traditional festivals are used to please the aforementioned deity, just like the picture. And first is about agricultural ceremony celebration. Because rice cultivation is their livelihood, many ritualistic celebrations are dedicated to agriculture-related activities, just like first picture. And next is about second world ceremony celebration. These ceremonies were originally used to cheer on soldiers, but in today's peaceful times, people hold them in order to seek health and wealth. And they also often perform war dances and hero dances at celebrations, like the one in the picture next to do this. Okay, next. And I will talk about their clothing and accessories. The main fabric is Pua Kumbu, just like our topic, and it made using dyeing and weaving techniques. It was usually woven by women. And in addition, they often wear earrings and like to hang heavy ornaments on their armlets, just like the pictures to women.
We'll talk about the motive and meaning of Pua Kumbu. So the common motive includes like snake, crocodile, or human or insect motif. Next. So the first one we will talk about snake, which is a very common motif in Pua Kumbu, and it's a fierce animal. So Iban people believe that they can protect them, and another reason is that in the Iban mythology, there is a very powerful and brave hero. He often transforms into the snake shape when he travels to the human world. So that's partly the reason of why the people think snake is powerful. Next. Next one is crocodile, which is also a very dangerous animal. And the Iban people believe that crocodile can protect them and also their crop. And also they believe crocodile is an incarnation of their ancestor. So they often have very great reverence towards crocodile. And also there's one thing interesting is that because crocodile is a very dangerous animal, so to prevent them from disturbing the weaver, they will put the food motif in front of their mouth or beside them. Or alternatively, you can put the crocodile motif in facing pairs to keep them occupied in discussion or argument. Next one is human or spirit motif. It is believed to be the most powerful motif in Pua Kumbu, and it can protect people and also the crops from evil and natural disaster. And also it's a very high-class motif, so only specific weaver can weave it, such as like the wife or the daughter of the longhouse chief. And also before they weave, they need to receive the permission through special ritual from their spirit. Next one is tiger, which is a little bit different from the other motif we have seen before, because it's like a more abstract pattern, so you can't really see like a tiger in this pattern, because it's more like a reference to the tiger's spiritual power, so it's more abstract. And also this pattern will first appear in the dream of the weaver, so then you can weave it. Next, so the last thing I want to talk about the taboo of using this motif. So motif is actually categorized into high-class motif and low-class motif, and the high-class motif must be inspired by the dream, so you need to first dream the pattern, then you can weave it. And because the high-class motifs are mostly more complex, so if you fail to finish weaving the motif, it is believed that it will weaken the weaver's spirit and will possibly lead to severe illness or death. So for the contemporary weavers, they rarely choose high-class motif.
I'm Jenny. Next, I will introduce the weaving process for Pua Kumbu. And the first step is planting and preparing cotton. The Iban people use a plane called taya to harvest cotton. After picking the cotton, they remove the residue from the peel, dry it for a few days, and then separate the sieve from the fibers using gin. Then place the fiber on a simple wheel and rotate them, which is called autoclave. The rotating spindle provides a necessary torsion for the extracted fibers. And the second step is prepare dyeing material. Traditionally, the Iban people use a large number of plants to produce various rich and beautiful dyes. Today's dyeing plants utilize different plants from their environments as dyes, making Pua Kumbu more innovative. And many types of roots, bark, and leaves can be used to create the color that each dyeing technician expects. And the first is Engkudu. Engkudu is one of the basic three components of dyeing, and depending on the dyeing technique, it can produce vibrant shades of red to deep brown. The next is Engkebai. Engkebai's sharp leaves can be mixed with lime. Soak in this solution and can be used without the need for a mordant, resulting in a dual brown color. And the third is Tarum. Tarum is a drifting indigo plant that can grow up to over a meter tall, resembling shrubs. It has feather-like leaves that are collected, drilled, and immersed in wooden grooves. To make the dye solute in water, lime is added to the solution. Then the yarn is fully immersed in the dye. The drying process after soaking is necessary for oxidizing the dye to form indigo on the fiber. And next step is cotton dyeing. Immerse the yarn in the mixed dye. Step on it with your feet, rotate it 3 times, and leave it in the dye for 3 days.
and during this time, make sure the yarn is fully saturated. After soaking for 3 days, remove the yarn and rinse it with clean water, typically washing it in the river, and stretch it on the mat for 12 hours and hang it on the vertical frame. Then place it on the outer platform of the longhouse for about 16 days. Then complete the process with sunlight. And throughout the process, be very careful to ensure that the yarn receives adequate sunlight and is not wet from the rain. And the final step is weaving. The traditional weaving machine includes warping, chestpin, and purple warping, pour, 2-way fill, and rod, strap, and spool. The yarns are unfolded and carefully arranged on a wooden frame. Before the actual weaving begins, the side section of the unfolded yarn, known as a neck or ava, are carefully arranged. Weaving is done using a backstrap loom placed in a convenient spot within the longhouse. The final stage involves finishing of the top and bottom edge with a crawfish pattern.
And last, we will talk about their modern developments. Some works have been placed in the collections of the Taiwan Museum, and this first one was placed in National Museum of Prehistory Taiwan. And this fabric presented as plain geometric shapes and is include about geometric patterns, animal and plants, or stretch your arms or legs outward. And this two picture is about the fabric. Next. And the second one is to be placed in Ministry of Culture collection website. This is a women's skirt and it's made using the ikat yarn tie-dyeing hand weaving technique, and on here is the silver coin swing at the hem. Next. And this talk about the third is to place in southern branch of the National Palace Museum. This fabric is crocodile geometric pattern, and it is used for various festivals and life ceremonies. So you can look, the picture is about crocodiles patterns. Next. And here is the designer about use the Pua Kumbu to design his clothing. He is the Malaysian designer and his name is Edric Ong. And he is skilled in applying advanced handing, dyeing, and weaving techniques. And Pua Kumbu combined with batik. And just like you can see the picture here, and this picture about women's clothing is about this Pua Kumbu. This is our source about our presentation. Thank you.